Baru-baru ni, Proton ajak kita untuk finally test drive Proton e.MAS 7 and kita compare kereta ni with its biggest rival, according to Proton anyway, the BYD Atto 3. So how does these two electric SUVs compare to each other? Well, let's find out. Okay, so sekarang ni kita dalam BYD Atto 3 and this is supposedly the main competitor to the e.MAS 7, and I somewhat agree, both are SUVs and they're about the same size. So this is our driving impression of the Atto 3 and it's an okay SUV from what I can tell right now. It has a good amount of kickback as I put my foot down the pedal, and handling is alright, and I can't really say how the suspension is like because we are currently in Proton's test track and it's a test track and it's not a replica of the Malaysian road where it is filled with potholes and whatnot. For the most part, steering is a little bit numb, too numb for my liking, but I guess it's perfect for city driving where you don't need the steering to have a lot of feel and you just want it to be light so that you can navigate around tight corners in the city more easy. In terms of NVH, the Atto 3 is also quite good. Wind noise is not very apparent even though I'm doing at about 100 to 110 km per hour, and the road vibration doesn't transfer too much to the cabin either, which is great, and it will be interesting to see if this would be equivalent to the e.MAS 7 or maybe even better on the e.MAS 7. So now we're going to test the handling of the Atto 3 and see how it feels. It's pretty okay, but the body roll is very evident, and as I've said before, the steering is a bit too numb for my liking. So now we're going to go to the e.MAS 7 and see how that one drives. So right now we are inside the range-topping premium e.MAS 7 and let's see how it drives compared to the BYD Atto 3. The throttle response feels more immediate. It gives the illusion that it is more powerful, although it is more powerful but not by this much, I would say. The steering is sharper, offers more feel compared to the Atto 3, which I like. So evidently Proton has definitely done some tuning to this compared to the base model, which is the Geely Galaxy E5. Tapi kan, in terms of MVH, I rasa Atto 3 mungkin lebih selesa. Walaupun suspension kereta ni okay, dia boleh absorb road bump quite well, tapi wind noise dia agak obvious at 110 km per hour, which is the national speed limit. So that's something that I will definitely look into in the final review of this car when we have it and when it is finally launched. The steering is definitely sharper, definitely more to my taste because it feels a little bit more sporty compared to the Atto 3, which is probably tuned for city driving and comfort. Let's put my foot down, see how much it can go. I'm already going about 100 km per hour. It's okay. Enough power for overtaking on the highway, definitely, so that's good. Right now we're going to test out the handling of the e.MAS 7, and what I noticed going over some of the roads here, the suspension does feel a little bit stiffer compared to the Atto 3. Not too stiff, but definitely noticeably firmer. See how it handles. Nice. Still quite a bit of body roll, but overall, at least the steering isn't vague, so I tahu lah tayar pointing at which direction, which is good. And if you like to take a more sporty driving, this is probably the better car compared to the Atto 3. Okay, this is the test that I am personally excited about. 160 kilowatt of power and 320 Nm of torque, good for a 0 to 100 km per hour in 6.9 seconds. So let's see if this is true. Foot down. Good amount of pull, a little bit slow off the line, but overall 100. I think it's respectable. It's not a huge jolt of power, but again, I think it's okay for an EV in this particular segment. It's not all that different from the Atto 3. Maybe it's slightly faster, but yeah, not bad at all. So that's our driving impressions of the e.MAS 7 Premium. Jadi itulah test drive impression kita untuk Proton e.MAS 7. It's certainly a very exciting electric SUV and it is actually very comparable to the Atto 3, though I myself prefer the e.MAS 7s for its sharper handling. Nonetheless, the e.MAS 7 will be launched sometime in December next month, so stay tuned to nextshift.com for the latest news, as well as this channel for all the latest videos.